at your laptop. We're not using it yet. You also should have picked up this sheet up here. We're going to be watching clips from a movie today, and we're taking a quiz on it, and we're going to be discussing it. It's kind of like, if you remember for the Crucible, when we watched Act 3, and you took that quiz, that's kind of like what we're doing. So we're watching the movie, we're not watching the full movie, it's too long. It's Dead Poet Society, which is like, when you think of transcendentalism, like, you think of Dead Poet Society. It's a very transcendental movie. And we unfortunately can't watch the whole thing, so I put together a bunch of clips that I feel like give the good gist of the movie. Alan, wake up. So the reason we're doing this is next week we're going to introduce a project, and the goal of that project is you're going to be creating media and having to identify like transcendental tenets in the media that you're making. So here with this movie, you're going to be watching the movie and then identifying the elements of transcendentalism within the movie. Before we get to that, there is a remediation option for the test. Most people did well, but if you did not, at the end of class you can see Nelson or I, and there's a packet that you have to do, and you can retake the test, but you have to do the remediation first, and it consists of like watching some clips and other things. You have to complete the packet and submit it to us by next Thursday or Friday. And then to retake the test, you have to retake it by Friday, February 11th. So, yeah, Joe.
Is it the same test?
Yes. Yeah.
And can we get above an A or above an 80?
Yes. But you have to do the remediation first. You can't just take the test. So here's the deal. Phones should be away. If I see your phones, I'm taking them immediately. A lot of the clips, for some reason, the speakers, they're really quiet. I'm going to have subtitles for them all. But they're so quiet, like even if you're whispering or like if you open a bag of chips, like no one's going to be able to hear, so I need you all to be quiet. So what we're doing is you have that sheet of paper in front of you and you're going to answer the questions as you go. They are labeled by what clip they go along with. And then after we watch the movie, you're going to put them into its wording. But as we watch the clips, I'm going to stop them and we're going to discuss and like do some hear and shares and stuff about it too. Do we all understand what we're doing today?
Yes.
Do we all understand phones should be away and that we should be quiet? I'm taking that as a yes, Ellen. Alright, to give you some background on this movie, first of all, it has Robin Williams, which a lot of you might know. Have you ever seen Aladdin? Have you all seen Aladdin? He voices the genie in Aladdin. And he was a very famous actor. Yeah, he was in Mrs. Doubtfire, Good Will Hunting, Night at the Museum, stuff like that. He committed suicide in like 2014. It was very sad and tragic.
Have you go fly the hats?
Well,
You didn't know that?
Actors have a hard life, man. He had a really difficult life and struggled with depression and a lot. Huh? Yeah, Robin Williams. He was like a very beloved actor.
You don't know who that is?
Mrs. Doubtfire. Mrs. Doubtfire committed suicide?
Oh my gosh.
Wait, that's so sad.
You need to
Yeah, it was very sad. Anyways, he's in this movie. If any of you have seen that 70s show, which I highly doubt it, the dad from that. Oh, you have? Okay, the dad in that show is in this movie as well, too.
Of course I've seen that.
Yeah. And then to give you some quick background for the movie, this movie is about these boys who attend a private boarding school for boys only. That's like very strict. So that's the background before we start this first play. Alright, phones should be away, we should be quiet, and we should be ready to watch.
It looks like a stick. You don't mind, Shannon? He's born with foot in his mouth. Rumor has it, you did summer school. Yep, chemistry. We talked about I should get ahead. How'd your summer slip? Came. Base, door, floor. Smart. What are the four pillars? Privacy, power, dependence, economic. Period. Study group. Leaks Ace Lab. I didn't quite flunk English, so if you want, we got our studies. I'm sure Cameron has been doing. Anyone mind including? That's included. He's your roommate. That's not my fault. No, I'm sorry. My name is. Oh, this is Connor's. Fairly dull. I'm not so top part of the gift room. Oh, yeah, sure. California. National Merit Scholar. Wow. Welcome to American. Every bit as tough as they say, unless you're a genius like me. You got it. That's why I can write. English. Trick. Robert. Father. How you done? Where is he? Be a long dress. Many extracurricular activities this semester, and I decided that you should run the school night. And I'm the assistant editor this year. Sorry. Father, I can't. It wouldn't be fair. Come on. Excuse me, you understand? This is Steve. You've been to school and you're on your own. You know, he's been telling you because I said that clear. Sir. You know, he knows too much. Well. Yes, sir.
Alright, so if you haven't already, go ahead and answer that first question. Travesty means like disaster. You guys know what horror means. Decadence is like excessive, like indulgence and like pleasure or luxury. And then excrement is like waste. Also, the subtitles are a little off. So they did go to Wilton Academy, and when he was making fun of it, the subtitle said Hilton. He was saying Hilton. Okay.
Well, come on. Oh, Captain, my Captain. Who knows where that comes from? Anybody? Not a clue. It's from a poem by Walt Whitman about Mr. Abraham Lincoln. Now, in this class, you can either call me Mr. Keating, if you're slightly more daring, oh, Captain, my Captain. Now, let me dispel a few rumors so they don't fester into facts. Yes, I too attended Helton. I survived. And no, at that time I was not the mental giant you see before you. I was the intellectual equivalent of a 98-pound weakling. I would go to the beach and people would kick copies of Byron in my face. Now, Mr. Pitts. It's a rather unfortunate name, Mr. Pitts. Where are you? Mr. Pitts, you open hymn note, page 542. Read the first stanza of the poem you find there.
The versions to make much of time?
Yes, that's the one. Somewhat appropriate, isn't it?
Gather ye rosebuds while ye may, old time is still a-flying, and this same flower that smiles today, tomorrow will be dying.
Thank you, Mr. Pitts. Gather ye rosebuds while ye may. The Latin term for that sentiment is carpe diem. Who knows what that means? Carpe diem. That's seize the day. Very good, Mr. Meeks. Meeks. Another unusual name. Seize the day. Gather ye rosebuds while ye may. Why does the writer use these lines? Because he's in a hurry. No. Ding! And you're going anyway. Because we are food for worms, lads. Because believe it or not, each and every one of us in this room is one day going to stop breathing, turn cold, and die. I'd like you to step forward over here.
All right, there's 2 questions for that one, so if you haven't already, go ahead and answer those before we move on to the next class. I don't think you were down.
It is now. Oh, I know.
All right, I'm taking talking as we're done, we're ready. Okay, the next one, this one's a little quiet too.
Understanding poetry.
Understanding Poetry by Dr. J. Evans Pritchard, Ph.D. To fully understand poetry, you must first be fluent with meter, rhyme, and figure of speech. Then ask 2 questions. 1, how artfully have the objective tone been rendered? And 2, how important is that objective? Question 1 rates the poem's perfection. Question 2 rates its importance. And once these questions have been answered, determining the poem's greatness becomes a relatively simple matter. If the poem's score for perfection is plotted on the horizontal photograph, and its importance is plotted on the vertical, then calculating the total area of the poem yields the measure of its greatness. A sonnet by Byron might score high on the vertical, but only average on the horizontal. A Shakespearean sonnet, on the other hand, would score high both horizontally and vertically, giving a massive total area, thereby revealing the poem to be truly great. As you proceed through the poetry in this book, practice this grading method. As your ability to evaluate poems in this manner grows, so will your enjoyment and understanding of poetry.
Excellent. That's what I think, Mr. J. Evans Pritchard. I talk about poetry. How can you describe poetry like American bandstand? I like Byron, even 42, but I can't dance to it. I want you to rip out that page. Rip out the entire page. Here, man. Rip it out. Rip it out! Come on, rip it out! Thank you, Mr. Dalton. Gentlemen, don't just tear out that page, tear out the entire introduction. I want it gone. History needs nothing of it. Rip it out. Rip. Be gone, J. Evans Pritchard, PhD. Rip. Shred and tear. Rip it out. I want to hear nothing but the